One word I would use to describe Ellie Carico is joyful. There's a verse in the Bible in Psalms that says, "In your presence there is fullness of joy." This couldn't be more accurate when talking about Ellie. You may recognize Ellie from sports announcements on Friday, or from her very recognizable and contagious laugh. I'm convinced that Ellie's laugh can be heard from anywhere on campus. I would try to recreate it, but if you just look up "chicken in distress" on YouTube, it's the first link that comes up. In all seriousness, it's Ellie's laughter that draws people to her. Ellie and I have gone through preschool promotion, 5th grade graduation, 8th grade virtual graduation, and soon, we're walking across the stage at our high school graduation together. To say that Ellie's laughter and embodiment of joy have impacted me for the past 18 years would be an understatement. I'm so excited to hear what she has to say, so please welcome up Ellie Carico.
You didn't think you'd get rid of me that easily, did ya? No. Sorry to disappoint. I'm not here for the sports announcements today, although I do love me some sports. Speaking of sports, I spent most of my time at Baylor on a repetitive day that consisted of wake up, classes, soccer, or basketball, sleep, eat, and repeat. I learned so many things through my sports career. I learned how to fail, win, struggle, and everything in between. I spent most of my days doing all I could to be the best athlete I could be. I was comfortable in the situation I was in. I knew that I was going to be doing everything I could every day to get me to the place that I am, and nothing changed from that. Every day, working to the goal I wanted, college soccer. Well, I achieved that this year, but there was still something missing from my Baylor career, something different. I was sitting looking at the spring activities, and I saw something unfamiliar, the spring musical. I knew of the musical through announcements in chapel and chatter from my peers. My only experience with musicals was my summer in the Peter Pan musical at the Signal Mountain Playhouse that my grandma insisted I do. I think that I got onto the stage maybe 2 times during the whole performance, so I would say I was not an accomplished actress. I didn't know much about the musical. But I knew one thing for sure, that it was going to be Beauty and the Beast, which turns out to be my favorite movie of all time. And for proof, I went to the Bippity Boppy Boutique in Disney World, and this is how I came out. Amazing, right? But trust me, Maya and Maggie wore this better than I did. So, without hesitation, I clicked the spring musical as my activity. I spent my nights singing to myself in the car, the shower, my room, and anywhere I could. I walked into the audition, confident in myself, ready to destroy it. I was immediately humbled when I messed up the song. I only sang like 3 lines. Nevertheless, I continued with my acting, which was something I had never done before. I was quite nervous, but gave it my all. I left feeling, well, same as I walked in. I waited for the cast list to become present and was pleasantly surprised when me and my sister received a role as La Fille de la Ville, otherwise known as the Silly Girls. I finished basketball season as only a defensive weapon, averaging probably half a point per game. But never fear, a new challenge was on the horizon for me. I entered the choir room, timid of new faces and anxiety of what was to come. I remembered the first day vividly. Miss Gumnick's loving smile, handing me a script, and Mr. Spossett's funny personality made me feel a little bit more comfortable. I spent the first few weeks learning music, not branching out because I didn't feel comfortable in the new situation. I was glad I had my sister, Laylee, Allie, and Nina, who were all in the same situation as me, but I envied the other musical participants for their strong connection and friendship that they had. We made the most of it, and I soon began to branch out and become more comfortable with my new theater friends. I hope that we all can agree that we're friends now. I learned new things from each one of them, and they opened their arms to teach me theater etiquette and how to be the best that I possibly could at my newfound activity. I looked at the musical as a sport. The team relies on everyone to do their job, just like in soccer or basketball. Although I see the musical as something that I go to do for fun, compared to my sport, which was a daily stressor. I took a chance on something new, and it was the best decision. I met people that I would have probably never met before this, and it was amazing. All the work you had to put in before felt worth it. All the nights I spent listening to the Beauty and the Beast soundtrack in my car did not go to waste. If you did come to the musical, you know this is true. I've never tried something new at Baylor. I stayed in my protected bubble, and I don't have many regrets, but this is one. This speech is not to convince you to do the musical, even though I really do recommend. It is to tell you that every day is a new chance to try something new at Baylor, outside of Baylor, in every aspect of your life. Find something that makes you uncomfortable and makes you adapt. It is a chance to take the opportunity when it is there. As I embark on the next chapter of my life, I feel excited for a change. It is a chance for me to explore a new part of myself. This is what I tell myself when I think about leaving all of you to make it just a little bit better. Seniors, on our last day of school, embrace the new chance we have to be uncomfortable. Find the opportunities in your new walk of life to conquer. I want to thank my parents for everything they have done for me, my sister for stealing my clothes, my brother, who is not here but taught me how to be tough, let's just say, and my grandparents for coming to every sportsman event that I ever had. I lost my place. My second family, the Williams, for putting up with all my whining. My coaches, who taught me how to be the best person I possibly could and the best athlete I possibly could, especially Emo, for always humbling me. And my old friends, my new friends, and everyone in between, for being the most amazing people. After 7 years here, I know it's time to start my new chance. I'll leave you with a quote. Live for today, plan for tomorrow, party tonight.